the finals, or do you want to pop off?
Oh, well, you're asking me to pick favorites now.
No. I mean, do you want to stick in the stream in the cast?
Yeah, I know, but like we've got two rival casts going on here. There's like the official cast, the nice, clean, tidy, professional cast, and then there's the alternative cast.
Oh, you mean is there one with everybody else? Like literally?
Yes. At the moment, yes.
Yeah. We're all just sort of bantering and swearing, and yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Tricky
question.
Look, a part of me also wants to go in there, but I found like earlier when we had too many people in the commentary, it got between games. I love it. During games, it makes me antsy.
All right, if you ask me very nicely, I'll stay.
Look, we have like Sea Raptor and StatsBloke. It's how perfect.
It's our international duo.
That's true. That's true. We'll just consider this a warm up, right? Stretch our vocal cords. All right, both teams are ready. I think we're going to be headed to E1.
I can't even see the room right now. Are they
Oh,
open?
you can't?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Wait.
IUS.
Oh, it's an
wait.
I. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay, I told them to wait.
I'm in. Sorry, I read it as an L. Yeah.
No worries.
After me telling everyone earlier that it's an I.
Can somebody, because I'm a professional streamer, can somebody quickly remind me, what the spawns are, what the maps are?
All right, here's your map rotation. We are starting on Crash Zone Alpha.
Yes.
Then North, and then going to Riposte.
Okay, easy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Zath is alpha spawn for games 1 and 3. Diurach is alpha spawn for game 2.
Okay, nice. Okay, and we are counting into game. Fantastic. Okay, so look, we'll do this. We're do this really easy, the really lazy way. Stats, you take green team. Sea Raptor, red team. There we go.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Conway likes to be lazy.
Okay. So in for the green team. So this is. Hang on, where is Zath?
Right here, Team Dirty Water. That is the green team spawning out of the north.
But where is Zath?
He's on the fun stream.
Okay, so I'm Zath,
he
right?
Left. Yes, for that.
Oh, okay. No, I get it.
Just do the roster introduction for green.
I get it. Okay, Team Green. So apparently I'm the Zath stand-in. So we've got Montana, a Moskva, 2 Nevskis, a Gearing Kleber, and a Ragnar. And down the other end,
from the
Sea Raptor.
south. That's right, opposing them from the south. The Coneheeds opting for a 4 destroyer lineup here. A little strange. Going for Ohio, Venezia, and Moskva. Kleber, Marceau, Shimakaze, and Ragnar. So bringing, I mean, technically, if we're really honest, the Ragnar is a light cruiser in a destroyer slot. So they do have a couple of radars there with the Moskva and the Ragnar.
So one of the things I've been saying about this map is that with 7 players, diagonal caps, they're quite a long way away from each other. So the initial deployments are really important. And if the deployments are uneven, like if it's a 5-2 or a 4-3, then you've got to deal with whatever the enemy sends there, and you've not got any ability to quickly rotate ships between the caps. So this initial push of these 3 destroyers is going to be critical. Dirty Water are going to have to respond really quickly to that if they want to have a chance of actually getting the cap or defending the cap.
Indeed. Dirty Water, we saw them play this map a little while ago on the official channel here, and we watched the Moskva and the Nevsky duo do really good work at sea, and now they've added another Nevsky, and the Gearing, of course, can't quite keep up with those ships just yet, his spawn position leaving him a little in the dust. But you have 3 opposing radars to deal with for these destroyers. This is going to be exciting, to say the least.
The cap will
be a bit rough for them.
Yeah, the cap will tick quite quickly with 2 of them in there, but
radars are up.
They can see all of them now. Everybody lit, everybody visible. Eagle's got his Ragnar radar going, but there's nothing for him to spot just yet. Boomdiata's Gearing is back there laying smoke for the Nevskis.
Almost didn't get the reset in with that volley. That would have been it already for the cap.
The thing is, these 3 destroyers,
3
like
second
normally what you
timer.
would do is you'd ride the radar, and then you would go back in. But
Yeah.
with Moskva, Nevsky, as long as they keep the
Good
radars
luck.
over the cap, you can't do that because they can perma radar.
Ooh.
Oof, nice
Good hits
volley
on
the
Mad Dog's
there.
Kleber there. Yeah. And a few
And
more on
so-
Eagle Lance going in.
With only the Ragnar radar there, that's probably going to let the gearing get around to the top of the cap and just try and get a reverse cap. Mad Dog is going to try and go back in. But of course, as soon as they touch that cap, someone's radar will go. The danger here for
There we
Dirty
go.
Water, especially with less experienced players, is making
No.
sure that you don't double radar.
They don't
Amaru's
have the
radar.
range.
They don't have the range. Yeah, Amaru's
Okay.
radar is about a half kilometer out of range. His radar's up, but it's not doing them any good. They can see JC, but I think they got JC lit on the surface because of Boom Diata's position.
Ooh, but Mad Dog's being forced out because of the incoming torpedoes, so he effectively... Oh no, they took the cap.
did get the
They
cap.
got the cap already.
There are
Boom
Marcel
Diata's turning
torps.
into these torpedoes, though.
Yeah,
Danger.
these
Got
are
a gap.
9K torps.
Oh,
There's
he's
a
alright.
gap. Oh, look at
He's
that
good.
gap.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So perfect.
Now, we haven't talked much about the other end of the map just yet. Radiance Moskva taking quite a bit of damage here early, kind of getting farmed out between the Kleber and the Ragnar. Deadeye Abusers Montana has moved into the A position, whereas the opposing battleship, that's Criminal 6, kind of taking a more central position, although he's also headed on this side of the map now as well.
Yeah, if Radiant stays here, that damage is going to add up pretty quickly. Kleber's reload booster is going to be back in a minute or so. That's going to add to the problems. You might see the Shima smoke. Shima? What's a Shima? You might see the Shima smoke here.
And we have the sea cap flipped back by Boom Diata. He's, of course, going to outspot both those French destroyers on sea quite heavily, with the radar backup especially.
Oh, there's damage on Radiant. It's starting to get really nice. Yeah, there goes the shield smoke from the Shima.
Cone, he's reacting by bringing Eagle Lance to the southern end of the board. He's literally right out here in the middle at the moment.
That's
Followed
what
by... Go.
Eagles.
wondering what his
yeah,
intention
Eagles plays
is.
bold. Yeah, I think I don't know actually, because the problem is you're pushing into. I mean, maybe they don't know that Dyer is there. I think they will shortly, but that's a very forward position to get caught in.
Dyer is lit now. They can spot him. He's got
Yeah,
at least
and
an inkling that some of these destroyers have pulled out. His radar is up, not finding anything with it just yet. Oh, no, they do it. They got a glimpse of Eagle, I think.
One shot. Yeah, that
No.
volley goes long. That was a blind shot.
Missed. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so points ticking for Dirty Water here. Zath's team. That will keep going. So Cone need to try and get into one of these caps.
Well, look at him. Shimakaze backed up by Ragnar and soon by Kleber will be into A momentarily.
Oh, this is risky. So Iron Man is going to get trapped against the island. Look at where the Ragnar is and look at where the Nevsky is.
Yeah.
And look at where the
Moskva.
Kleber is. His
Moskva
reload
doesn't-
booster's up.
This is going to get very spicy very quickly.
Moskva
Just be
does not have
careful.
angles to support anymore because he's behind the island. He has had to duck out, so they're all on their own. There's the
radar
radar,
comes out from the Ragnar.
and there's the reload booster. He's not firing. Why is he not firing? Big mistake there.
Lots of damage going in on
Yeah.
Iron Man. Shimakaze, oh, big hits.
The
Down to
Montana hits with
5K.
HE.
4K and falling. Nevsky
And
doesn't have an
Ragnar
angle on him. It's up to the destroyers to get this kill. And again,
Now, Hoodlum's going towards the Shima Torps. Mutsu
Well,
is
so
going
is the
towards the Shima
Kleber.
Torps. Mutsu
they're all
stops.
turning out.
Okay, they've
Good to
they've
go.
managed to dodge. Will the Montana be able to get out of the way? I think so.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
got
maybe
plenty
not.
of time.
Maybe not.
He would have had plenty of time if he'd pushed the W key.
No, you're right. He's going to take
Might
one of the
be
be
close.
stern.
It's going to be close.
Or right. Oh, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Up a cap, up a ship. Everything's coming up. Dirty Water again. They played this map really well earlier, and we're seeing it once more here.
We do have a
Down
bit of
the-
flanking maneuver.
Yeah, down the other end of the map, you've
pushing
got
all the way.
JCD is going to reverse into the cap. Again, how are we doing on those radars? So we've got Oh, they've got plenty left. Moskva's got 2 left. Nevsky's got 3 left. So Marceau is
How
just
are
going to
you
have to
able
keep...
to find this out, Stats?
Secret third-party mods that you don't have,
Oh,
apparently.
beautiful
Oh.
volley.
Oh, we have it.
We
Big
see
hit
the
on the
Nevsky.
Nevsky.
Yeah, we see the Nevsky can punish that Venezia positioning really working out now, and potentially pushing the radars out of range of the cap.
Yeah, they're only like within like 100 meters of the edge of the cap, so all JCD needs to do is just walk forward for 2 seconds, and he's out of the radar range there.
Yeah, they do put up a radar. They flush him out, but it's not going to last. More AP
The thing
coming
is
in on
that-
Diego's Moskva.
But that's all they have to do. They've just got to defend A and not let this Marceau cap C. That's it. That's all they have to do to win.
We're gonna trigger the Moskva radar here.
More than likely, he's well within range of it.
Well,
By
Nevsky's
about a
still...
half click or so.
Yeah, Nevsky's was still up.
It's on cooldown, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes, it is.
That's going to be enough to cap. There
Yes,
we
it
go.
is.
They've got it, and now they're going to have to ram the Moskva in there with the Venezia in the flank lobbing AP. That's going to be uncomfortable.
Well, or they could bring back the Kleber. I mean, Mutsuki could easily make that repositional choice very quickly. That might not need to, though. Look at the Ohio Criminal 6 taking a bunch of torps there.
Yeah, not looking too great there on the B flank. A lot of ships taking a beating, especially the Ohio Ragnar.
Ooh.
Ohio
Oh,
might not
dead.
even make it here.
No, Ohio's going out very
Ohio's
shortly.
running. Yeah, Ohio's running a heal. DCP is running.
But it's too much incoming fire.
Yeah, there's too many shells. It's
Yeah,
only a
as soon
matter
as
of
that-
time.
As soon as that heal runs out, even maybe before.
Okay, he'll pop.
10 seconds left on the heal. DCP is down.
Hey, can I, by the way, just one more time,
That's a-
yeah, to whoever
that's a
created
permafire.
this mod, you are like a god
Genius,
among men.
but it conflicts with the spotted mod, so they need to sort that out.
That is true, because now the spotted mod doesn't work for both teams.
Yes.
Correct.
I feel like the creators of these two mods need to work together and create one mod to
Yeah.
rule them all.
Two-ship lead,
it's
and at
actually
this
on my
point,
to-do list.
At this point, Team Dirty Water doesn't even have to get back into C. They win in little less than 3 minutes on the strength of a single cap.
They are good. So Diego and Polka are going to try and make sure that the Marceau has to run away. Ragnar Eagle spotted under fire, trying to get out of focus here. Mad Dog also spotted. Eagle
Nice small
runs
screen
a
by the
heal.
gearing there.
Be a little more concerned about Mad Dog because Boomdiat is going to have him lit on the surface here in moments. He's not going to be able to escape that very easily.
He is surface spotted here, but only 300 meters, I believe. So he should be okay. And just running away here with the speed.
Boomdiat caught out now by the Moskva radar. But Mad Dog,
Bear torps.
Mad Dog pops the reload booster.
Montana AP
this could go.
in against Kleber.
Big hits actually there
That
with the
could have been
Kleber.
worse.
Oh, Boomdiat is just melting. And he's got these torpedoes crawling up his stern.
He's still spotted.
He's dodged the torpedoes.
He dodges the torps barely.
Almost gets into it.
He's dark again. Mad Dog can't see him
Yeah,
anymore.
but Mad Dog's going to be spotted for...
Oh, but it's enough. They get
Okay.
him. Wow.
But Mad Dog spotted
well
for 20.
done.
Mad Dog spotted for 20.
Yep.
If you guys look at the clock, Coneheads win 3 seconds
Yes,
ahead
Yep.
of Green Team.
That
That
kill
is a
makes
thing now,
huge huge
but
difference, but they bagged the
If the
Venezia.
game thing goes down,
90 seconds now on the
Game
timer
back.
for Team Dirty Water.
they
Nevsky
need
can-
another kill to put this back in their favor.
Nevsky can just go into the C cap as well.
Yeah, nothing can keep Dirty Water out of the C cap at this point. All
Nope.
JCD can do is hope for resets. They'll eventually cap it with or without him, and they don't even really need it.
60
They
seconds.
might even bag a Radiant on the way here
Yep.
with the Montana and Ragnar.
Very,
there's
very,
another fire.
very, very
And
good
that should be
game
the
though.
death of him.
Absolutely.
Like
I-
both
I liked-
teams. Go ahead.
Double fire. I was gonna say I liked how the The Heat's realizing they weren't, they were pushed out of C very quickly, so they redeployed through the middle of the board. The speed of the Ragnar and the Kleber lets them do that. They make a play for B that works for a time, doesn't actually come together, unfortunately. In the end, they lose too much health and too much damage.
Well, no, I think the Heats did a really good job there. I especially liked the play that they did up north. The way that they managed to cap in spite of those 2 raiders opposing them, and the Venezia sneaking up there with that devastating broadside, but they were, I guess, outgunned in the end, and there's nothing that they could do much there. But very, very nice. I'm so happy that we're getting to see really, really good, like, competitive, high quality games in this tournament as well. It's fantastic. And for once, I get to actually focus on the game and not have to focus on all the other stuff.
Cameras.
Yes. Certainly something that Conway doesn't get to enjoy a lot.
Like in CODs, right? You have to imagine this, right? Entire rounds go by where the game ends, and I have to turn around. It's like, who won? Quickly tell me. I need to update the overlay. Because I've just got so many other things going on and happening and doing, and like Photoshop and like rendering stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really nice.
The life of a tournament streamer. I know it well.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Well, you have more balls to juggle now than I did, but I mean, I know the idea of just trying to keep on top of everything. There's a lot going on especially on like group stage days, right? Group stage and like the round robin stage. Yeah, qualifiers, right? There's a lot to keep up with on those days.
I mean, yeah, that's something that I've never dealt with myself really, because we usually come in towards the end of the tournament. But look, because like during tournament days, during the final days and stuff, like I'm having to tell each team and each person exactly when the next game is going to, I have to juggle the whole schedule in my head the whole time to try and keep things running and call which game is going to happen, to make sure people have enough time to talk and not too much time to talk. And it gets to you in the end, but it's always so fun. So I am looking forward to next COTS. It's going to be interesting. A couple of interesting new ships that have joined the roster as well.
Really looking forward to seeing Schlieffen strategies and COTS as well. Obviously, with double BB, it allows you a little bit more freedom to choose what you want to do. Obviously, having one more tanky battleship and one more, let's say, damage-oriented battleship like the Schlieffen with its heavy secondary armament allows you a little bit more freedom than with a single battleship.
Yeah. So, by the way, since there are, I think, a couple of questions about the format, how this all works in chat right now about the Team League. So, what Team League essentially is there are a set number of streamers that sign up to do this. I think we had, 16 this time?
Yes,
16, including 4 of you guys, yeah.
Including 4 Wargaming, yeah.
Well, 3. 3 teams.
No, 4. We had
4 teams.
Bugsy, Blood Minister,
yes, Bugsy is one of ours now.
Yes, Bogsy's one of you now.
Good morning. So 4 of our teams, but we have 16 streamers, and then players can just sign up. Anybody can sign up for this tournament, and then we take the players that have signed up, and they get sorted into pools based on their win rate to make sure that things are, like the skill between the teams is reasonably easily distributed. And the streamers get to pick a team captain, and then together with the team captain, each streamer gets to pick a certain amount of players from each of those player pools, and that forms the team. So teams can be made up of different clans, different servers potentially, and then they get a little bit of time to train with each other, and then they have to go and play this tournament. So I think it's really nice the way that it kind of mixes people together, and it's nice that they built this. Oh, and hello, Lowry, by the way. Nice to see you in chat.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to next King of the Sea, you talked about Schlieffen. I still want to see if teams try and comparable.
I heard that it was actually maybe your team that tried it.
It was.
And it Diurach in Moskva. Someone in chat, little birdie told me.
It did. It went really well. Now I will say the dev strike on the Moskva was a key play, but late in the game it was getting pushed by an Ohio, and that's not a fight it can win, right? Because it just simply cannot take the Ohio will full pin it from basically any angle. And so it we got a little fortunate in there. One of our Shimikazes had rotated back and was able to punch out the Ohio before it could land the killing blow. So it did survive the match, but it was a very narrow touch and go sort of thing. But what I liked about it was a sleeping giant strategy. And they took I think it was a Kleber, 2 Henris, and the Incomparable. And at the start of a match, everybody pushed their speed boost and ran for the 1-2 line, right? And the Kleber, of course, trying to work his way into Thunderdome and everybody else there to support. And I was just, when I watched it unfold, I was like, oh yeah, you can do that now with Incomparable. This could be interesting. And it worked out. It was fun to watch. It was just neat to see somebody try something with that ship that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I think there was a bug.
Yeah, one of the players couldn't get into the room. So.
Yep.
Reforming.
Remember, stats are spelt with an I.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, I'm getting hungry. If I may go
yeah,
to
me
this
too.
off-topic topic.
Yeah, it's time.
Thanks
for lunch here.
It's 9 in the evening already for us. So yeah.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need some lunch so we're driving to San Antonio tonight for an event tomorrow. So can't take too long.
Yeah.
Well, it might all be over here.
Oh,
we're playing best of 3 as well. Yeah, best of 3 as well.
Yep,
best of 3.
So
this might technically
be
match point. Technically match point.
It definitely could be.
Oh, Kona Alpha. Okay.
Yes, we're swapped. Diurach's team is North Spawn this time.
So, Stats, how are things in the UK?
Sunny. Well, not at the moment because it's dark, but
really?
The weather's been, well, actually, that's not true. Down my end of the country, it's glorious. The weather's really, really nice. The other end of the country, it's like cataclysmically stormy and bad and snowy, and people are without power, and it's all horrible. So, if anyone's up that end of the country, I hope everything's okay.
That sounds a lot more like it, though. We had 100 kilometer an hour, 130 kilometer an hour winds here today. I fought against them hard by just staying inside. This works.
Yeah, luckily the metro is also not much affected by winds.
Does the dog like the snow? Have you got any snow?
We don't have snow. We had like a smattering of snow here and there for 1 or 2 days. He's loving the snow when it's there. He in general he likes it cold. He's got lots of fluff to keep him warm. So
my dog goes absolutely nuts when it snows. She just I don't know, like the smell of it or something. She just goes absolutely mad.
Yeah, it would be really nice to have like some proper deep snow and to go and enjoy it a bit. But we haven't had it yet. I mean, it's not too late yet. It's still winter. But it's not looking promising. I had considered going up to the mountains this year, but even then, the mountains, it's not been great. I think.
You guys talking about snow? I'm just kind of over here chuckling.
But didn't
although we did have,
Texas did have snow. What was it, last year or the year before?
Well, no, yes, well, yeah. So it depends on where you live, right? The Panhandle up north, they get snow regularly. Like blizzards in the Panhandle, that's typical winter. Where I live, 80 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, no snow and ice down here is very abnormal. We did have a big storm last February, which I believe. Go ahead.
Didn't like the whole of Texas kind of just suddenly like
freeze?
Everybody had to walk. Nobody could drive. And
it was bad. The power outages were the big thing, right? And it's for the first time in history, you had the entire state under a winter storm warning at the same time. It snowed in Dallas, Amarillo, and on the Rio Grande in Del Rio simultaneously. And these spots are 700-800 miles apart. So you can get snow all the way down in the Rio Grande Valley in like northern Mexico and southern Texas. It's very, very uncommon, but it does happen when you get one of those big oddball storms.
Interesting. Well, I was just looking at that, and it's just like there's a little bit of snow, and civilization comes to a grinding halt. And yeah,
they had I gotta put this in terms for you guys. 65 centimeters in Boston yesterday. Had a proper
that's
blizzard.
a lot. That's a
Yes.
lot.
Yes, that was the daily total.
I studied for a year in the States, and I was up in Pennsylvania, and they had like this, the worst winter they'd had for 100 years. And oh man, it was. I just remember walking around the university campus, and they'd had to like plow the paths every day. And by like March, the walls of snow on either side of the paths were so tall you couldn't see over them. It was insane.
It's interesting when you go to St. Petersburg, right, to Russia, and you go in summer, and that you still see like gigantic mountains of snow around, because in winter, they have to like you can't just like put the snow to the side of the road. It will just stay there, right? And it was just more snow, and more snow will just pile up. So they have to like bring it and like put it onto trucks and drive it somewhere and just pile it in gigantic piles. And because they're so big, it takes so long for them to melt that even when it's like 20 degrees out, there's still like a mountain of the most disgusting, dirty, sludgy snow somewhere.
Hey, we got a game. Let's do this.
Yes, let's.
All right, let's have a quick look over the green lineup from the north. The Coneheeds coming to the dance with Ohio, Napoli, Venezia, Moskva, fronted by Ragnar Kleber and Shimakaze.
And then down the other end on the south spawn in red and 1-0 up, if I'm not mistaken, we have Zath's team with Montana, Des Moines, Moskva, Nevsky, and then 3 destroyers. We've got Daring, a Kleber, and a Ragnar. So this meta seems fairly, we're getting slight variation in the battleships, slight variation in the cruisers. But this composition seems to be what most of the teams are going for.
Is this what you see in clan battles at the moment as well?
Not quite the same, but obviously it's quite similar because the cap arrangement is the same-ish. Is it exactly the same, or is it? I'm not sure if it's slightly different, but
no, it's the same.
Obviously it's very, very similar. Same number of players. The only difference is the 2 battleship rule, and obviously these teams can bring multiples of the same ship. So that does make a slight difference, but generally it's fairly similar. The way that you control the maps, like where you put your cruisers, which cruisers you put where, it's pretty similar. Maybe you take a Napoli or a Venezia, they control the open water flank, and then you've got the radar cruisers controlling the middle over the caps. You've got 2 or 3 destroyers for vision and torping, potential torp brushes. It's pretty similar.
Very aggressive early destroyer positioning here from Mad Dog's Kleber. He's speed boosted down there. Now he's trying to reverse into the cap, backed up by JCD's Moskva and Eagle Lance's Ragnar. Don't really see much opposition.
When Diurach played my team, Mad Dog rushed for the island and did not make it. So I think that explains
I
think that, which apparently had worked previously in the weekend. So I think they've had a bit of a change of tactics here. I've decided to be a little bit more cautious.
Very, very cautious now. I mean, the Moskva is ready there for a counter radar, but, like as soon as that's burned, he'll be able to get a free cap. But he's not going for it.
So Montana staying mid, Shima going out wide. Iron Man will be out on the flank with Hoodlum Walrus bearing down. But interestingly, Team Zath not really looking to control that flank at all. I think they're concentrating on the sea cap in the middle of the map.
Good hit there on Diego's Moskva. I'm not sure where that came from. Was that the Ohio punching him?
I didn't see. I suspect so, yeah.
Would make sense. The Ohio's got his spotter plane up, so yeah, that's probably the shot he took. Probably dropped those through the Moskva's deck. Deadeye taking some counter fire down there at the Ohio. Not much.
With so many ships over on the side of the map, Diego's going to have to be quite cautious how far and how often that Moskva goes forward. At the moment, I can't see how either of these teams is going to get a destroyer into the cap safely until some ships start to go down.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to be, most of the action at sea is going to be combat.
Iron Man is spotted by Hoodlum over on the 2 line.
Ooh, that's not going to go well for him. Very nice dodging by Hoodlum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Venezia salvo.
Sometimes just stopping is the correct answer.
I like this Ragnar position out here on the flank, kind of fronting the Nevsky, right? You have the double radar, and then the Ragnar can also help possibly screen for some of these Shima torpedoes.
And sometimes with this sort of shielding destroyer position.
Mad Dog takes a torpedo in the stern, trying to reverse into the cap, takes a daring torp. That's slowed his advance. He's stopped dead now.
So the thing with the daring is if you know where the enemy destroyer is roughly going to be, because you've got the single fires, you can bunch those torpedoes quite tight. It can be quite difficult to dodge.
Dirty Water's push up the 10 line starting to form up.
This shielding position of the Ragnar is kind of clever because you don't have to go very far away from your spawn, and you're basically drawing the enemy team into overextending a little bit. So this Ragnar is trying to stay as close as possible to this Nevsky. Nice
smoke train there from the Shima, though, bringing the Venezia in close. And Shima still outspots the Ragnar, so it's still a dangerous position for him to be in.
Yeah, it's the same principle.
It's going to be an interesting flank to watch.
His radar's going to be back in 25 seconds, and then it'll be painful for the Shima.
Going to be fun to watch that cat and mouse game on that flank unfold, as I was kind of expecting a little more out of this organized group. This is Dyer and Mutsuki over here on the 10 line, the Des Moines and Kleber, but didn't get anything. They do have Eagle Lance lit now. Dyer's radar is up. They've caught Eagle out a bit. Lots of shells going out on Eagle Lance.
Yeah, the C cap is a bit of a powder keg because as soon as one of these ships goes down, that's going to give one of the teams an advantage. And then I think you'll see that team push quite hard. Currently
Urban
trading
Hangman's Napoli coming in over there as well.
The Ragnar's radar for Hoodlum actually was popped, but Shima, I think, was waiting for it and got, to range, and it looks like he's unspotted again now.
Yeah, with the back of the Venezia there. Much. Not really a fight that Hoodlum Wars can take.
Deadeye abuse is quite low, nearing 50% health there in this Montana.
Yeah, I don't think he's been training all that well with the Ohio. I think the Ohio has been able to pen him from angles that he would prefer if he couldn't. But Deadeye's position does allow him to put shells downrange on Urban Hangman, who was pushing Dyer's Des Moines over on the 10 line, but he's since turned around and is running back north.
Diurach is going to touch the cap here on C cap.
Draw out the radar, you think?
Yeah, JCD's radar is available. There it goes.
There it is.
So, and Diurach is like 4K inside the radar.
Yeah, he won't get out of that before it expires for sure.
Yeah, it's such a short radar though, and there's no big hit on the Ohio.
Big hit on the Ohio, yeah. Deadeye abuser finally getting some of his own back, I think.
Yeah, but so under pressure from the Ragnar, not really a trade he still wants to continue taking, though he doesn't really have much of a choice here.
7 minutes in,
Go.
7 minutes in, the lowest ship on the board is Deadeye Abuser's Montana, and they're continuing to focus him between the Ragnar and Criminal Six's Ohio, and I think Urban Hangman's Napoli is going to join that chorus in a moment. He's rotating back where he'll have shots shortly.
Yeah,
I think Deadeye Abuser went dark.
No, they can still see him, ironically.
Oh, they can now. He went dark for just a moment.
The problem is
Maybe he's trying to get up.
Yeah, there's sort of a notch in the rocks where your superstructure can get spotted. And so ironically, you're less likely to get spotted if you go forwards. But I think the Ragnar can actually come all the way across and get Deadeye spotted again, maybe.
Well, and JC's radar is down now. Boom Diata back into the cap. Should be able to finally convert this cap for Team Dirty Water.
Yeah, they're trying for some blind fire right there, and it's surprisingly very accurate. Almost. Whoa, they actually
get the reset there.
They do get some resets.
And they get the fire on him, too.
Very nice work. But I was just going to comment earlier, Boom Diana, because there was just a single.
More blind fire and another fire.
Again.
He must be spotted, right?
He's spotted by the Kleber
He's spotted now. He wasn't until that
Oh.
fire.
Yeah, don't forget when you get a fire set, your detection increases.
Can they convert the kill? Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Oh, that's a huge kill for the Coneheeds.
Can I just say that was like that blind fire? Wow, like with that was amazing. That might have won the game. That little level 1 shell.
Shimakaze.
Oh,
taking out the Ragnar.
Ooh, that's losing both of those destroyers. That's disastrous for Zath's team.
Yeah, and Polka is going to have to do some fancy dancing to find himself a gap in the Shimakaze salvo, or he's going to eat one. He is going to eat one. No! Woo! Close.
They run out on the paintwork. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Okay, well, so Cone still have to get into Charlie. Mad Dog can't really reverse in because the Montana's right there and the Mossbar is right there. They could push Criminal in there.
I would have expected more, Mad Dog to just go for the YOLO now and just take him out.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Definitely the right play here, although they can just wait and see if they can take him out with the Ohio. The secondaries are firing.
Maybe get Dire feels like he's going for the YOLO, driving into a torpedo here.
Mad Dog's speed boost is on cooldown, 45 seconds. So they might be waiting for that to come back before they turn him around.
Dire in the Des Moines, he's going down.
Yeah, no, Dire's going out. It almost feels like Zath's team. Yeah, it almost feels like Zath's team has kind of just said, just end it, right? We can't win at this stage.
Just get it over with. We'll go to game 3.
Just get it over with so we can get on to game 3. Yeah.
And I think that IBs are moving forward now as well. I think they're definitely getting this over with now.
They've thrown in the towel. They come to the bed tops.
Yeah, this is over.
I appreciate that as well. I mean, like at some point, it becomes also always awkward to commentate on something where you're just like, we're going to talk about action.
There might be a chance that they might be able to possibly do something, even though I know they're actually just, running out the clock.
No, it was something that we kind of had to learn, early on when we started doing King of the Seas, that you reach a point in a game where it becomes clear that the other team has no way back into a match. And so you have to not be afraid to say that, to basically say, look, this is over, right? We can shoot, we can trade shells, but there is no way for the other team to win at this stage.
Well, when there's like a couple $1,000 on the line, maybe you'll say like maybe a miracle happens, but
exactly. No, if you're playing, in a tournament like this, if you're playing for cash, because you never know, like someone might have forgotten a detonation flag, because that's happened in King of the Sea.
It has happened in the finals, even.
Yeah.
Of internationals. I mean, the game was already over, but
yes,
yeah, that kind of thing can happen. So you might as well carry on just in case.
They're gonna punch out the Nevsky with this salvo, I think. Ooh, not enough of it hits. That's surprising.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up the Mossfa here as well. And then,
whichever ship dies first, that's the game. Yep.
And game.
Well, it's all right. Tied up. Going to game 3.
1-1. Well, I guess at least we got what we wanted, Mr. Connolly. We got only game 3s.
We did. I think this is very much a case of be careful what you wish for.
Conway's like, damn it, I'm hungry. This is killing me.
Yes, slightly, but it's all right. It's all right. No, but very, very good game.
Absolutely.
I think I'm that one shell, the blind fire into the daring that set the fire, that upped his detection range, that meant he got spotted, and meant I think that was the deciding shell. That was like, that was fantastic blind fire.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Fun series to watch, though.
Riposte. I like Riposte. I love the fact that Riposte is in this rotation. I mean, I think it was UC saying earlier that you just love the fact this is in. Was it Zath? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah. No, I love it too because I think it might have been. This is a map that was created for, I think it was created for ranked, and it showed up in ranked rotations almost exclusively for a while. And then, but to my knowledge, this is the only tournament in Warships that uses this map. And I love it because it's a map that people are kind of loosely familiar with, but nobody has like really defined, really solid, like this is how you play this map strategies. And so every team comes with a completely different approach. And it is so much fun to watch that clash of ideas.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
not Sleeping Giant, where people just go, "Oh, we rush the Clabers into the Thunderdome," and that's kind of the plan, and that's what people do, and we're not really going to change it because it works too well.
Yeah, there's no prescribed method. Yeah.
What do you guys think of having Ocean in COTS?
So
it's really hard. So
too small.
Personally, as a caster, I think it would be interesting. If I was a player in King of the Sea, I don't think I would like that very much. But as a viewer, it could be interesting as a change. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a special occasion, but then the only special occasion I can think of would be like matched 5 on the finals. And do you really want the whole thing to be decided on a map that you're not using elsewhere? So I'm in two minds, honestly. I think
my biggest argument against it is simply that it's too small. You're talking about taking a map that is 36 kilometers square into a match where some ships spawn with a 25-kilometer range. I'm looking at you like Republic. And so when I can sit in my spawn and just start firing when the match starts and hit ships in the opposing spawn, the map is too small. If
we can make it bigger, that's not hard.
Well, that's my caveat. If Wargaming was to introduce a version of that map that was, and I don't even want 42 by 42. Give me a 48 by 48 ocean. Now maybe you've reached a point where that might be interesting. But to me, that map needs to exist, and it needs to be around for us to play around with and see what we think of it. Because the cap position will also matter on a map that size.
You looking at me, huh?
Just requested.
Isn't it also true?
We'll have to test it. We'll have to test it.
Look, this is one thing. I know it's going to take no time at all to develop this map because it's ocean.
But surely each wave has to be handcrafted by a skilled artist.
Yeah, you just make it bigger. The only question is going to be cap circles and layouts. That's going to be the only question. But I just think it'd be interesting, right? Historical King of the Sea.
I agree with you. And I know Kami Samurai would agree with you as well, were he here. But I agree with you. I feel like you need it at least in a 48 by 48 configuration. If it were up to me, I would go ahead and say, give me 42 square and 48 square and let us play with both. And then you also need to come up with at least 3 different cap configurations to mess around with.
What about, instead of having a finals, just take all 4 quarterfinals teams and stick them all on the same map in each corner?
Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
Have a 100-kilometer square map, 4 teams. Go.
Ooh, that's big.
I wish we could do that in a training room. But,
yeah, unfortunately, training room is a little bit restricted in that way. Unfortunately.
That'd be kind of fun. Just take every single team that enters King of the Sea. Don't have a whole week. Don't have like a month of stuff. Just have one match. Just every single team on one massive map. Last ship standing.
Yeah.
No problem.
Efficient.
No problem. 600 players in the game. I'm sure the server can handle it.
It'll be fine. Like 10,000 shells in there at once. It'll be totally fine.
It'll be fine. Everybody take a Harugamo, guys. I'm sure the server can handle it.
And this is the sad thing, because World of Tanks, right? World of Tanks did this, right? They made way bigger teams. They did this special modes with more people. But the problem is, World of Tanks, right? They have a tank and it shoots 1 shell.
We don't have that problem.
We don't have that problem. Take a Schlieffen, right? And the Schlieffen shoots like a volley of 12 shells plus all of the secondaries.
All the secondaries.
And each of those shells needs to be, it has a trajectory, it has to be calculated. It's just when we add more ships, it gets really complicated really quickly.
Oh yeah.
For a game as complex as ours. Really hard.
Okay, I think both teams are back in and ready. Sorry, we've had a bit of, in the background, we've had a bit of remaking of rooms and stuff, so.
Yep. Everybody's ready. I think we're on to be our way shortly, let's hope. And can I just say, for the record, let's go Team Dirty Water.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have to support Cone, aren't
I? Go right ahead. I expected it.
We're gonna be Switzerland here. We're gonna just want a good game.
Can we have some
kind
chocolate?
of have to. But
wait, if you're Switzerland, does that mean we're getting chocolates later? Because that's how that works, I thought, right?
no. Look. Whenever someone brings up chocolate, I know what Mr. Conway is gonna say next. Because of a small incident that happened in London.
We do have
was there
someone
an
who is
incident?
perfect at distributing and organizing chocolate. Yes.
Well, let's talk about the game, and you can relive that painful memory later. Then, how's that sound?
Sound great.
That sounds all right.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay.
Who wants to take
All right.
Dirty Water?
Okay, I'll take green then. So,
go for it.
So we've got for 1-1. So this is the final game of the final match of the entire thing. And I believe the winners get is it a $500 giveaway budget? So all to play for. So we've got Dirty Waters, Team Zath are bringing Ohio, Des Moines, Moskva, Nevsky, Gearing, Kleber, and Ragnar. Fairly familiar. Down the other end.
The Coneheeds opposing them from the south. Fielding in Ohio themselves. Fronted by Napoli, Venezia, Des Moines, and Moskva. And then rounding things out with a Shimakaze and a Kleber. That is Mad Dog. Now, this is a similar lineup, I think, to we saw these guys, the tail end of their game against U-Stats on this very map earlier. I think this lineup's pretty similar, yes?
Yeah, I don't think they had a Shima. I think that Shima was a Ragnar. I might be wrong. Okay. But yeah, pretty familiar, yeah. So the Des Moines is going to take the central position, I think, on both teams, which is both very powerful because of that long duration radar, which can cover most of the caps. But having a Des Moines in the middle is very vulnerable because if you get one of the big hitters around on the side of you, then you can get taken by surprise if you're not watching. Okay, so the Ragnar Kleber group from Dirty Water are going to go around. Are they going to go in? Or are they going to try and go around the outside of the island and try and trap the enemy destroyer?
Looks like they're going to go wide, although now the line they're on kind of leaves them some options, but it would appear they're going to swing to the right.
Yeah, if they catch that Shimakaze, that's going to be lights out, I think.
Ooh,
so I think
Walrus
Ragnar's
might be opting towards the left side here. Breaking off.
I think they're going to split up. It looks like maybe they changed
sure.
their minds. Yep, both of them going north.
I think there's some dynamic decision making going on here.
Yeah, I agree.
Dynamic decision making.
Well, no, honestly, I mean they kind of have to because one of them will have radio location and they will be watching the approach of that Shima on in terms of the direction and trying to make a decision.
First set of Shimmer Torps are going to be absolutely useless. I have no chance to hit anything.
Shima playing it very cautious here. Understandably. Both Des Moines have set up mid. This is very symmetrical deployment here. Very symmetrical.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the big difference is that whereas the Coneheats have a Venezia back on the 2 line, the Cruiser back on the 8 line for Dirty Water is a Nevsky. Now, I will say, Boomdiat is gearing. To me, that's a bit of a risk. He has to know there's people in front of him. Okay, there we go. He's finally turning away. I was like, he was continuing to push south. Now he's finally turning around a bit.
Yeah, because of everything's so close on this map. So you've got to be really careful with getting into these awkward positions because it's not just 1 or 2 ships you're going to be shot at by. It's potentially like 4, 5, maybe even the entire team.
So I was expecting the 2 Des Moines to be able to spot each other. They need to just edge forward a tiny bit, and then they can see who can trade better. But all quiet in the center so far.
Yeah, because it's the last game of the last match of the whatever.
Nobody wants to be the first person.
Yeah,
to
these
screw
guys
up.
are going to be a little bit more cautious than usual, I think.
Okay, Des Moines have engaged each other.
So when you're a Des Moines player in this situation where it's DM versus DM, you have to make a decision. Are you going to go for DPM damage with your fires and try and set multiple fires? Or are you going to go
not
for
just
AP?
DM. It's not just DM versus DM. Deadeye is in this fight as well.
At this range at 9 kilometers, AP is going to be not as effective.
Also, like on this map where you've got lots of focus fire coming from the rest of your team, HE is probably going to be the more effective choice anyway, because you're all going to be able to set permafires. So, and then if you're Ohio, is lobbing AP over the top.
Another pen there.
Yeah,
no, Ragnar. I thought Ragnar might be in danger here, but he is actually going to be fine. And he's going to spot a lot of this for the Moskva, so he should know that it's coming.
I'm starting to get the sense that this game is going to play very, very cautiously. And then as soon as something breaks, some ship dies, somebody takes a torpedo they shouldn't, who knows what, something's going to happen. And then it's going to be like a line of dominoes. The floodgates are going to open.
Like COTS. I mean, this is a COTS kind of setup.
A little bit, yeah.
Diurach dips his toe into the cap, immediately gets counter-raided by the Moskva, but I don't think there's anybody who can shoot him.
Really? Nobody has good shots on him.
Mad Dog's got some shots, but that range is probably not going to come to very much.
Wow. That salvo from Deadeye on Criminal 6, that was a big hit.
Yeah. And it looks like we have Eagle Lance as well, possibly taking some big hits as well.
Another good salvo.
Barely miss.
Getting some good use out of that spotter plane was Deadeye, but it's down now.
Earrings being very ballsy. I saw that from Diurach last game as well. He's just like, oh, well, there's not so much shooting me, so even if I'm radar, I'm just going to stop. And he's
they can't see him anymore. They could potentially bring up Eagle's radar if they wanted to spot him.
Yeah, the problem is the range on that is very close. So 10-5-ish currently.
He needs to move forward to get that angle. And he exposed himself to the Ohio to Dire.
He's not going to do that.
That's the problem.
He's already taken a beating earlier. It's not really a fight he wants to take there.
And Hoodlum now about to step into the A cap. Iron Man Shimakaze coming in from the 3 line. They might bump into each other. In fact, there's the Des Moines radar going up. They do find Hoodlum in the cap.
They had to take C. Uncontested.
You gotta be careful. Oh no.
Hoodlum's sort of chilling in the cap. Nobody's shooting at him. Nobody even looking at him. He's fully radared, fully lit on the surface, and they're going to let him have A for free.
That's rough. And now the Shimakaze opens up.
Yeah, now the Shima opens up.
Too late. Not realizing that 30-second cap timer. It's not 40 seconds as usual.
Okay, the facepalm moment there. Burning a smoke screen for nothing. Oh well.
Team Dirty Water kind of striking first here, picking up 2 quick caps.
Yeah,
Conehead's a little on the back foot. They've got to answer.
Yeah, exactly. Zath's team can just take a step back now. And essentially, like just open their arms and go, well, the caps are there now. You can. Moskva Diego took a bit of a jump.
I was going to say, we haven't talked about it a lot, but the Coneheads have been doing a great job of focusing Diego here. The Venezia is like purpose built to wipe out some of these big Soviet cruisers, and they've brought the Ohio up here to help keep the pressure on. Diego's doing a great job of staying dark and preserving his HP, but it feels like it's only a matter of time before they pick him off.
Yeah, and he does have the radar ready for when Iron Man comes to contest.
There it is. There it is.
Shots. Just
I don't know the Ragnar position. The Ragnar position might have shots in a moment. Hoodlum's looking. Yep, he'll have shots here in a sec.
Well.
Dyer's taking shots. They're at least going to push him off the cap.
Mad Dog on C.
There's the reset. Yeah.
Yep. And now that the Des Moines radar, they know that Eagle Lance's radar got burned. They're going to pull Hoodlum into B and pick up B, and then probably rotate him back to play a little bit of Guardian at A.
So
Deadeye's still looking at Eagle.
Ooh. Omara's quite low over here on the 8 and the 9 line. I wonder what happened there. Oh, the Napoli. Oh, the Napoli's coming slowly up the 10 line.
This is one of the things that's similar to Clan Battles. So getting that Napoli with its fantastic concealment, and it's got the emergency, escape smoke if it needs it. You can get that into some really nasty positions. People not forget that you're there, but they, take their mind off you a little bit. Show you a bit too much angle, and then, smack.
Yeah, and people don't really respect the AP nearly as much as they should.
Agreed.
Seen it multiple times where people give just a tiny bit too much angle, and Napoli just punches through it.
Okay, Zath's team maintaining a 2-cap advantage here, so that lead is going to continue to stretch out up to nearly just past 500 points now.
Hoodlum possibly reversing into the Shima Torps here. Needs to be careful. He should be okay.
No, he's got plenty of gap there. He's fine.
Okay, so the Ohio and the Venezia are making a turn to push back in towards Diego.
Yeah, they're really starting to focus him now, bringing over Eagle Lance as well towards the A cap.
If the Coneheeds can pick up Diego, that's a lot of points they could use. They're down a cap, but picking up a ship would be a nice pickup for them.
The torpedoes look beautiful. Just ran out.
Yeah, and they've brought the Shimakaze back. I'm wondering if Diego even knows that Shimakaze is there.
Yeah, he doesn't have the radar for another 20 seconds, so and he might not even pop it immediately.
Diego's also out of heals.
Yeah, and they're also doing a great job of focusing Criminal 6 as Ohio down. He's been kind of stuck on around half HP. As Eagle Lance moves up, ambushes Hoodlum a little bit, forcing him out of that position. He's going to now sit on the C cap, on the A cap, excuse me.
Radar coming in
bold, but I like
against Eagle. But nobody has shots on him, and by the time they get there, it's going to be too late. Well, there's the cap advantage gone.
Very much a lot of cat and mouse here. Dirty Water out to a 200-point lead as we cross the halfway mark of the game, but it's not going to hold up because the Coneheeds are closing the gap.
Yeah,
and look at these torpedoes. Oh, and Diego.
Deadly.
Well, and Diego can't reverse because Eagle Lance is just drooling with the AP in the barrels, waiting for him to do that.
Yep.
That first set is probably not a problem.
Now,
it's the second
he's
set.
He's got a gap here.
Yeah.
He's got a gap.
He's just the perfect gap.
His hydro isn't up.
He knows.
His hydro's up now. He sees them all. He knows he's perfectly
what a
clean.
gap.
Look at that.
He's fine.
Look at that.
Mad Dog taking a little bit of a beating here from Dire as he also moved around towards the C cap, which they might be looking to contest here with Dire himself.
Yep, and they will.
Be careful not to take these torps, though.
He's going to take one on the bow. He can't stop it now.
So with Dire...
Whoa! No, he took it to midships, but he still took it.
So with Dire in that cap, that now flips the point clock back to Zath's team.
Yep, they do finally bag Diego on the north end of the map. Eagle Lance also starting to get low.
Napoli AP.
Double fire running.
Oh, that was a Citadel.
Oh, big hits. Big hits
but
on Dire.
Citadel's JC back. Turning for the torps. I think they've missed.
Oh, they get JC.
Very nice.
More Napoli AP coming in. He survives it.
But for how long?
The Moskva HE might do enough.
Problem is that the Kleber can keep him reset.
Yep.
So if Dire goes down and that cap stays red...
Well. A single Citadel enough to pick him up here. Doesn't get
They have to kill Dire.
It looks as though they're going to ram Ohio or Gearing in there afterwards, so it doesn't really matter much. It's just going to delay it. They're going to lose that cap back.
He's on a fire now. He doesn't have...
Yeah, all he's doing is trying to take as much of Mad Dog's health with him as he can. He knows he's dead, I think. Team Dirty Water down a ship now.
So points clock 445-ish for Cone here, but as you said, Conway, they're going to take probably Diarra into C.
Yep.
And it looks as though
no reason not to.
They're pushing Ohio into mid. Interesting to see what they're going to do with him there.
HP-wise, actually, teams are still relatively close. Only 20k difference across the board. But we do see the ship difference, which is going to make a lot of difference here. But Deadeye Abuser still basically full health.
Yeah, that's
hopefully they can put this health to good use because they're going to need it.
That's a big danger.
Yeah, they are.
Also, I think Urban Hangman, his position there was great on the flank, but he's going to take a long time to get back into the action now. I mean, with most of the action happening all around the north side, he's going to be of limited use for a bit.
Even though they're up a ship, to me, the pressure is still on the Coneheeds again because they're still down on points. They're down on caps. They've got to do something here. They're bringing Mad Dog up, I think.
The Kleben to be,
I think that's the play. Hoodlum's coming back like he's going to defend it.
Criminal 6 has got AP out on the broadside of Deadeye Abuser here. Nope.
Nothing.
Not enough.
Dispersion says no. There's the Kleber.
think it was a bit short,
What
actually.
team turns away from the B cap here?
Oh, I like this. I like this, what they've done here. Mad Dog into the bottom of the cap, and then Eagle Lance puts up the radar to make sure that no one is able to come push him out.
Yeah, they could have possibly had like the Ragnar Kleberg closer, but not the case. DRTYW is taking a little bit of a beating there, though, from
yeah, that was a good hit.
It's just, but you know, like, look, if you know you've given your broadside to Ohio, why are you still doing it? And Shimakaza torpedoes coming in on him, so he's.
But now they won't have the radar for the contest from Boomdaya.
No, only 5 minutes to play. They know where Boom is now. He gets picked up by Eagle Lance's Des Moines as he edges towards the top end of the B cap. There goes the radar down. They can't see Boom anymore.
I think
go for it now.
Hangman.
Actually,
Hangman needs to close.
Looking to ambush Boomdaya here.
Deadeye's in trouble too. He's going to take some Shimakaze torps.
Yeah, looks like
at least 3, I think. Yeah, 3. That's big.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, we talked about his health
advantage
being full health, and not anymore.
Mad Dog now trying to rotate back to C.
Looks like he's going to be successful in it too, and stopping Boomdaya in capping B for the moment. Possibly long enough for Eagle Land to get the radar back up.
Okay, Mad Dog can shelter just there.
He can. He has no line. We point out the lead change here. The Conehees move out to their first lead of the game. Under 5 minutes to play. Team Dirty Water fighting it out, but slowly losing ground here as they're pushing the Ragnar and Boomdaya into the B cap.
Eagle Land's taking a torp there. 4K left. No
Eagle's getting
heals
low,
left.
and he's out of heals. That's critical. They're starting to focus him now. They know it.
They know.
We're talking about ignoring Napoli, and Napoli again has very great angles on Nevsky.
Yep.
So I'm expecting to see something hurting there in a second.
Ragnar radar going up. That'll allow them to pick up Iron Man. They do grab B.
Still on the points clock for Cone here for a 1 minute 40-ish second win.
I feel like Walrus. They need the kill on Eagle, and Walrus, in my mind, is probably the most important ship that they have left because he's got 21,000 HP, which is enough for him to bully both Eagle Lance and Mad Dog. Venezia Shell's coming in. Not much there. Plus, he still has...
Can't do it at the same time. He needs to take them one at a time.
Yep, Mad Dog reversing now. He's lit. Ragnar be able to help him. There comes Eagle's last radar. In fact, it looks like Mutsuki is making a hard push to go kill Mad Dog. Oh, no. Hoodlum's turning in front of the torpedoes.
Oh, this could possibly be disastrous.
Oh, this is catastrophic.
Oh.
He's got it.
Can he
find the gap? He's got the gap.
Oh, nice
He's
driving.
got the gap.
Can Mutsuki
Here we go.
at least take down
Mutsuki's got to win this. He's got to win this trade. He's got to kill him without dying, preferably. No.
Oh, he trades.
The torps are going to miss. No, the
I
second set I think is going to pick him up.
Will.
Yeah, the
second set's going to pick him up. That's a trade. That buys them more time. That's
oh, the points are so close.
Oh, so close.
Walrus here to C and maybe
at 2K. Walrus has got to get into C.
2 minutes 30 on the clock. I haven't seen a game go this long yet.
No,
this is one of the longest games we've had of the whole entire event.
This game could go to time.
It could. Walrus is going to...
The Ragnar's going to pick up C.
He is. The Napoli's charging him. He knows he's got to prevent it.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be in time. It's 11.2 kilometers away. But the 30-second cap time, I don't think it's enough.
Both teams ticking up 1 cap for the moment. 2 minutes on the game timer. It's a question of whether or not flipping the C cap will allow Team Dirty Water to finally grab a lead and hang on to it as time is going to expire.
I think so. The points are about 30-ish points away, so it should be enough here with 1 minute and 40 to play at the end of this cap.
Man, having to run directly to the cap, taking AP and the broadside from 2 ships here, including an Ohio.
70 seconds on the game timer. 90 seconds. I'm sorry, 70 seconds on the whatever. There's time for them to win without the game going to time. And Urban is taking a beating to get into this cap.
He's got to take another Ohio volley as well. It's just left.
Yeah, here it comes.
Is also taking Ohio volley 8K.
13.
No.
Ooh,
Ohio
bad
Volley, nothing
dispersion there
there.
for Deadeye.
Oh, he got
one
him.
shell.
He got him with
That
a
was a
single Citadel.
one
That's going to do it.
Shell.
Ohio's
says
gonna
12
Dead.
take a
seconds.
torpedo from
12
Venezia
seconds
here.
left. Oh, they
Deadeye
get it.
Abuser goes
Time
down.
extension. What a game. 60 seconds left.
Shimakaze took a gearing torpedo as well, so both of them
Wow.
super low in a standoff here.
Wow.
So,
But I don't.
So
but
now
here's the
it's
thing,
Such a close
guys.
game.
The
So it's
Shimakaze basically has to go screaming
Yeah.
into B to hope he
Yeah.
can step on it, and he won't survive the experience.
It's
Team
30
Dirty
seconds.
Water
I
is
don't
gonna
think he
win.
has the time.
Yeah. First of all, he won't get there, and second of all, even if he does, the
What a
Ragnar will melt
final.
him. Wow.
Yeah, this was definitely a final, like third game final worthy game.
Absolutely.
Almost going to time.
Team Dirty Water is going to claim it, though. What a back and forth battle here on Riposte.
8 seconds.
Now you see why I like this
2
map.
ticks. 1 tick.
There it is.
And there it
That's going to
goes.
be the game.
Woo!
And GG, I'm officially announcing LordZath's Death Pig Hunters have won Team League Season 3. Congratulations. Excellent. Good.
Yes. Congratulations to
Outstanding.
that.
Good show.
Outstanding. Congrats to both teams, but man, what a well-played game that was.
Yeah, insane. Absolutely, just crazy. It went back and forth between both teams, between Team Dirty Water and the Cone Heat. So, yeah, just constant flips of like the caps, which you don't actually see that often on Riposte to begin with. So, very different experience here.
Absolutely.
People in training group chat are like, save that replay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoodlum says, I need new pants. Yeah, I'll bet you do.
So very, very, very good final game. Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of concludes our program for the day. Team League Season 3.
Maybe you want to quickly jump in with the rest of them. Say goodbye. Say congratulations to Zath.
Should we just jump in? It's going to be utter madness.
Just do it.
It is.
Just do it.
Let's jump.
Let's jump. Yeah, give me a second. Just yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to hear many voices. For this, I apologize ever so slightly. Where is the chat? No,
Lobby
not so
one.
many people. Lobby one.
Oh, we have friends.
Nah. We've been invaded. Hey, this is the fun room. No serious people allowed.
Boy, have we come to the wrong place.
Oh.
Well, congratulations to Team Dirty Water. That was a privilege to watch.
That match was...
That was fantastic. Oh my god, the end.
Very, very well done, everyone.
Yeah, and congratulations to LordZath, who, of course, winning the third season of Team League and, of course, also beating the final Wargaming team. Basically, he did it all, so congratulations. And he hit 10K subscribers on his Twitch channel yesterday.
Yes!
I did.
Yes!
Yes.
Nice.
Indeed.
So congratulations again.
So to all those people in chat who don't know what this means, is basically if you follow LordZath now, there will be even more giveaways than if you just run the Team League. So you should definitely go and get free shit from LordZath.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to organize everything here.
Yes.
You're gonna have a ton of stuff to give away.
Captain Spreadsheet can handle it, though, I'm sure.
You tell me you don't have a spreadsheet for World of Warships?
I have. Damn it! You caught me.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I will say that match, for so long it was like, oh, it's going one way, it's going, and then it just started flip flopping side to side so quickly.
It was beautiful, beautiful to watch.
I couldn't believe it. That push at the end. Wow.
Hangman's like all or nothing charge to get the Ragnar, ending in Ohio shells, sadly.
And
I was really hoping for the Shimmer and Gearing to have a little gunfight at the end there to decide it, but unfortunately not.
I don't have official stats on this, but I would also hazard a guess that was the longest game in. This team.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I didn't
That
see
was a
another
very
one.
long game.
Yeah, a 7v7 game that almost went a full 20 minutes. That's basically unheard of.
On Riposte as well, which is the most brawly of the maps.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I mean, hats off to Dyer for putting together a fantastic team. I mean,
I have to say the same about Iron Man as well.
Yeah, you guys, those
Iron Man
teams
did
were
a fantastic
fabulous.
job too, you guys. Like,
just thanks in general to all the players who volunteered, because even the ones who didn't get picked, we can't do it without the players who volunteer. So many thanks to those. Even if you didn't get picked, thank you very much. Please come again.
Absolutely. And thank you very much to our organizers who made this happen again for season 3. Good job.
Yeah, this was
absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely.
This was fantastic.
It has been a blast.
Okay.
Well, gentlemen, I am going to bail out of here. You guys
Yep.
have a great afternoon and evening, and I will, or late night, I guess, for some of you, but I will catch up with y'all later on.
I think we are also going to bail out of here because it's similar for us. It's 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday. And I have work tomorrow, unfortunately, so I think it's also time for us to retire. So thank you very much to all of you for playing, for enjoying. Thank you for everyone for watching. I'm just going to say goodbye to you guys. We'll say goodbye to our chat. Any of you guys still streaming now?
Zath,
Yeah, I'm going to keep
Negative.
going for a bit here.
the winner.
Well, that saves it.
Well,
Twice
that solves that
in 2
problem, then.
days?
Since you've won, Zath, and since you have giveaways, I think we can probably raid you twice in one day, twice in one weekend. Okay.
All right.
Goodbye.
Congrats, Zath. I'll catch you guys later.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. That was good.